Have you ever observed someone and thought, wow, they truly understand life? They are not flashy, loud, or preachy. Instead, they possess a calm energy, a peaceful presence, and a quiet confidence that makes you ponder what they know that you do not. It is not that they have figured everything out. Rather, they have relinquished many things that the rest of us continue to cling to. They have stopped engaging in certain behaviors, not out of rebellion or because someone else dictated it, but because their soul has simply outgrown them. This occurs quietly, peacefully, and naturally. In this video, we will delve into 5 things that spiritual individuals cease to do, although they do not often discuss these changes. These do not involve dramatic transformations. Instead, they represent subtle shifts, internal changes that significantly alter how someone perceives life. If you feel like you are outgrowing certain aspects of your life or experiencing changes that are difficult to articulate, or if you find yourself more connected to your inner peace while becoming less interested in what the world is pursuing, this may help you understand what is unfolding within you. Let us begin with the first point. They stop arguing to be right. This idea resonates deeply, as most of us are unaware of how much energy we expend to prove ourselves. We engage in debates with strangers online, argue with family, and constantly strive to make others comprehend our perspective. Deep down, we believe that being right equates to safety, respect, or worthiness. However, spiritual individuals gradually come to realize that truth does not require a defense. Once someone awakens to a deeper understanding of life, they no longer feel the need for others to agree with them. They do not urge others to embrace their views or waste time attempting to change minds resistant to change. Not out of indifference, but because they comprehend that individuals only hear what they are prepared to hear. They recognize that energy communicates more powerfully than words. By living in alignment, their actions convey more than their opinions ever could. Thus, they cease arguing, not from weakness, but from wisdom. They understand that the most potent truths require no shouting. They are simply demonstrated through how one lives. Moreover, they recognize that peace holds more importance than pride. Winning an argument while sacrificing inner tranquility is not a victory. Therefore, they opt for silence, space, and stillness. This choice, though quiet, carries immense power. Secondly, they abandon the pursuit of approval. This is significant, as it is something nearly all of us are conditioned to seek from childhood. We grow up wanting to make our parents proud, desiring acceptance from our peers, and craving society's acknowledgement of our worth. We are taught that the path to approval involves performance, achieving good grades, obtaining respectable jobs, dressing appropriately, saying the right things, and avoiding controversy. We learn to shape-shift, don masks, and become who we believe others wish us to be. Nevertheless, a spiritual person eventually experiences an awakening when they contemplate, who am I without these masks? Gradually, they begin to release the need for applause. They refrain from posting things solely for validation, stop dressing to impress those who do not even know them, and decline invitations merely to prevent disapproval. They discover something more valuable than approval: alignment. When living in alignment with their soul, the opinions of others cease to carry substantial weight. They do not require the other's agreement or approval. They simply strive to be authentic. Ironically, when they stop chasing approval, the right individuals naturally gravitate toward them, people who resonate with their truth and genuinely see them for who they are. Spiritual people do not change to be witnessed. They evolve to find freedom. Thirdly, they stop clinging to relationships out of obligation. This can be challenging, as we are often taught that long-term connections signify loyalty. However, the truth is that loyalty to others should never compromise loyalty to oneself. Before spiritual awakening, individuals often remain in relationships that no longer nurture them, friendships that feel one-sided, family dynamics that drain them, emotionally, and romantic partnerships centered more on fear than love. They stay because it is familiar, because they wish to avoid hurting anyone's feelings, or because they fear that walking away equates to cruelty. However, spiritual individuals eventually begin to ask themselves profound questions such as, is this connection fostering my growth? Does this person perceive me clearly? Can I be my authentic self around them? If the answer is no, they quietly initiate distance, not out of bitterness, drama, or blame, but by establishing boundaries. They come to understand that not every relationship is meant to endure indefinitely. Some people are merely chapters in life, not the entire narrative. Certain connections serve as lessons rather than lifelong commitments. Consequently, they stop forcing, pretending, over-explaining, and expending energy on situations that do not reciprocate. They let go, not to punish anyone, but to honor their own energy and create space for deeper, more aligned, and genuine experiences. The remarkable outcome is that when they stop clinging to connections, those that remain grow stronger, more honest, and more aligned with the soul. Fourth, they cease blaming the external world for their internal pain. This is a difficult realization to accept, particularly when we have suffered profoundly due to people or circumstances. It is easy to assert, I am this way because of my childhood, or I am unhappy due to my job, or I cannot grow because of them. While there is validity in these statements, our experiences indeed shape us. Spiritual individuals eventually come to a pivotal moment when they recognize that blaming the outside world keeps them trapped. In a radical shift, they stop directing their frustrations outward and begin turning their gaze inward. They ask themselves, why am I reacting this way? What old wound is being triggered? What belief am I clinging to that is causing this pain? They cease waiting for external circumstances to shift and start altering how they perceive the world. They grasp the notion that their inner reality forms their outer experience. Therefore, if they seek peace, joy, and freedom, it must commence from within. This does not imply neglecting injustice or disregarding feelings of anger or sadness, but rather that they stop existing in a victim mentality and reclaim their power. From this empowered position, they can respond to life instead of merely reacting to it. They transition into conscious creators rather than mere survivors. It is not an easy journey. It demands honesty and humility, but it brings forth a profound healing that no external change can supply. Lastly, they let go of the belief that they are broken and in need of fixing. This represents one of the most significant shifts of all. In the realm of personal growth, we are frequently told to fix yourself. Fix your habits, adjust your mindset, mend your flaws. While growth is undoubtedly commendable, the inclination to fix oneself stems from the notion that we are broken to begin with. Spiritual individuals begin to pierce through this illusion. They recognize that at their core, beyond trauma, ego, and personal identities, they are already complete. They stop fixating on self-improvement and instead embrace self-acceptance. They remind themselves that they are a soul here to experience, to grow and to feel everything, the light and the dark, the joy and the suffering, the clarity and the confusion. They cease punishing themselves for their humanity, no longer judging their emotions or comparing their journeys to others. They abandon the notion that they must attain a perfect state to be deserving of love or peace. Instead, they embrace their messiness, holding their shadows with compassion, and allow themselves to exist exactly as they are, without shame. True transformation does not emerge from shame, but arises from awareness, love, and presence. This is the path that spiritual individuals consistently choose quietly, each and every day. Therefore, if you have felt the urge to withdraw from certain aspects of life, if you find yourself less concerned about being right, liked, or perfect, or if your tolerance for superficial relationships and shallow conversations has diminished, understand this: you are not falling apart, you are awakening. You are transitioning from existing in your head to living from your heart, from seeking external validation to listening to your inner guidance, from playing designated roles to embracing your true self. It is perfectly acceptable to feel lonely during this transformation. It is also okay if others do not understand your journey. Spiritual awakening is a quiet revolution. Most of the work occurs in silence. However, do not allow that silence to mislead you. The subtle choices made, those that go unnoticed and unacknowledged, are among the most powerful decisions you will ever make. When you cease engaging in activities that do not align with your soul, you create space for what truly resonates with you. From that space, life begins to change, not all at once, nor always in a visible manner, but deeply, authentically, and meaningfully. Therefore, keep moving forward, keep listening, keep choosing peace over performance, truth over approval, and presence over the need to prove yourself. This is the genuine path of awakening, and you are already on it.